If you're looking for ISAs and marketing, please contact J. Lopez Enterprise, servicing all 50 states. Well, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It is a platform that talks to entrepreneurs, home ownership, financial literacy, whatever you want to know. This is what Let's Talk About It is all about. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Heather the Hurricane. She's one of the top producers in New Jersey when it comes to real estate, and she's with RE/MAX. So Heather, who are you and what makes you so special when it comes to real estate?
Where do I even start? How much time do we have, Jimmy?
We have enough time for you to go in.
First of all, you were talking about different topics. Real estate is a hot topic, so
Right,
I'm
it
really
is.
excited to talk about that today.
I'm excited for you to be here.
It is my life. I eat, drink, sleep, breathe it.
Wow.
Heather the Hurricane. I earned that name.
Okay.
My branding is insane. It's everywhere. You could see me everywhere. You could find me everywhere. TikTok, tip. I even snap. I have to snap. I am everywhere. I have many followers, and I've built a huge brand. And I'm only in year 8. I do 20 million a year and 80 units a year.
Okay.
Year 8, and I've built, like I said, a huge brand. Been on TV, articles written about me. Very excited to be here today.
Right.
And like I said, eat, drink, sleep, real estate. Just had a closing today before I got here. Made another person made their dream come true. That's why we do it.
Closing on Halloween. I love it. Mm-hmm. There you go. So Heather, how did you get into real estate?
And I just want to say about the closing today.
Okay, we're going to go back to the closing. Okay, yeah,
We
absolutely.
should talk about stuff.
Yeah, we should.
This, if you want to hear about this scenario.
Of the closing today? Yeah.
It's good.
Sure.
It was actually, I saw an old friend of mine from town at the Apple store. I was going to say hi. I wasn't sure. I ran out. I came back in and he's like, Heather the Hurricane, I remember you. I need you. My sister-in-law has been trying to buy a house for years and no bueno.
Right.
Got in there. In 1 week, I got her dream home. We closed today. We had giant welcome home balloons and all in Greek because she's Greek. So I had it, the wording even to very customized.
Right.
And that's where we just were today.
Okay.
Made their dream come true.
Then that's what it's all about, right? You know, finding that person, that home, because, they work so hard to obtain it, right? And it was just a situation where you ran into Stuart, you guys crossed paths, and all of a sudden she needs a home, and you're the professional to help her with that. And
We're always just talking about what we do. You never know.
you never
know who you can help unless you're out. I have a networking group, the Hurricane Hub, which is going phenomenal. We're 2 years in, and it's very unique. It's not like your typical breakfast where like 7 in the morning, no offense.
Well, to go back to the closing
Yes.
though, right?
Yep.
Having these conversations and that leading to an opportunity, and the best testimonials is when you exactly what happened, right? You went into the store,
Yeah.
you found this person in this house, and all of a sudden
I was even going to say hi because it was like the ex-husband of but I did, and he remembered me, and he was like, Heather the Hurricane. My sister literally has been looking for years. I got on the phone with her that day. She called me. She was blown away by my skills, by how efficient I was, how I was really there to make. I said, we are going to get a home, and gosh darn it, we did. Just a couple of weeks later.
gosh darn, I never heard that word in a
I don't
while.
know. I don't want to get. Believe me, I don't. I want to be politically correct, even though I'm usually not. But today,
We're safe here. That said, was this person a first-time home buyer?
yeah,
Oh, okay, so
living in an apartment with 3 dogs, and they're business owners. They were
Business
ready
owners.
to go.
Right.
But if you do not, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how good your credit is. If you don't have the right realtor, you are not getting a home. You need someone that knows what they're doing, that does this 24/7. There are things that need to be, there's negotiations. There are things that need to be put on the contract. There are people, you need to know from start to finish. If you don't have a realtor that does this 24/7, you're in trouble. For buy and selling, of course, as well. I work with sellers all the time. Get them top dollar, market it, get them closed. Everything we need to do on that side as well. Renters, landlords, investors, you name it.
Hey, you got your hand in the cookie jar. It's all good. But to your point, right? And especially we live in a volatile market, right? We don't know who's selling, who's buying. But the fact that a professional like yourself, you got your ear to the pavement, you know what's going on, you see the trends, and you and your team can look at certain things and say, okay, this is the perfect situation for you. And I know the other agent on the other side too, right? Because sometimes knowing knowing the realtors in your community also helps a lot too, because they know
Sometimes, all the time. That
Right?
you don't think that helps?
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
I build relationships on every angle. Sales happens on every aspect. Every time I do a deal with anyone, my clients get a gift, but I also send a branded thank you card. I wish I had one with me because, like I said, my branding is huge for me. I do my door hangers. We could talk about those, but my branding is insane, and everything I do is branded. My branded thank you card goes out to not only my buyers with a gift card, or I usually have a gift for them, but an agent, the agent that was on the other side of the transaction. It could be $1,000 rental, a $2 million home. They get a Hurricane branded thank you card with a gift card inside.
Interesting. So speaking of Hurricane, how'd you get that nickname, Hurricane?
Can't you tell already?
No, I can tell, but the audience needs to know.
Well, they need to wake
They
up.
need to know who they.
I've been called that my whole life, but actually once, like I said, 8 years ago is when I started doing real estate. Before that, I was in advertising sales for many years and fashion. That is how I help build my brand. And fashion is very important to me as well. Always doing a fit check with the Hurricane. Even when I first started with Remax Signature Homes, love it there, by the way. The Hurricane, she's hurricaning in. She just started, and I was hurricaning in with checks. Usually takes people months to get a sale. I got one right away. Hurricaning in with checks, running around, just like everyone. It just stuck.
Right.
And it's become, I think, with my marketing background of many, many years, when I was VP of Sales, Go Guerrilla Media, that in conjunction with the way that I am, the way that I work, how quick and efficient I am,
Right.
the Hurricane was born, and now there's no stopping it. Like I literally drive down the street, people scream my name. My car is branded. People just I get it from all sides.
Right.
So it's really, thank God, it works.
Yeah. So you're branded. That's how I met you. To go further, which area of New Jersey you concentrate in?
Right. So I live in Oradell,
Right.
Bergen County.
Right.
My office is in Closter. But I work with, it's very important to me that I am covering areas that I have hundreds of 5-star reviews. There's a reason. Right. So
Wait. You're rushing through this.
No,
right?
I'm glad I'm saying, because I want to concentrate on areas. Would you listen? Because if it's an area too far, I'm going to get one of my Remax people referral partners,
Right.
so I can service them correctly. Like I had a Trenton client.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I was about to say, Bergen, not only because I belong to NJ MLS, CJ MLS, Garden State MLS, Hudson MLS. So I do Bergen County, Essex County, Hudson County, Union County. I'll go to Morris County. Did I miss any? Union, Passaic. Oh, okay. So you get it.
Right. I definitely get it.
But then, like I said, so I have some situations where I had sellers and buyers that was maybe 2.5 hours and not in my MLS, even though I belong to 5.
Right.
So now I'll bring in a Hurricane approved partner,
Okay.
like in Trenton, another area, Pensacola. I don't even see. That's why I brought someone else in. And that is how I keep it, so that my clients will always get the best service.
Right.
Mostly, if I can't get it for you, I'll get you a Hurricane approved referral partner.
Hurricane. Okay. So talk about the Hurricane approved partner. What does that Hurricane Hub look like?
Right. So I was trying to say it before, but you cut me off.
I didn't cut you.
Networking has always been one of my many things I do well.
Right.
So that's why I said networking. That is one of the things that helped me build my brand, along with many other things. We could talk about that.
Right. We
and
will.
Consistency. Well, we will. But I've always been a major networker, and that, of course, like I said, I just networked at the Apple store for today's closing.
Right.
Just one example. I always knew I wanted to be a part of or run a networking group. Right. When I was doing Go Guerrilla Media and real estate at the same time, wasn't the right time. When I started doing just real estate, which, like I said, I had my license for 8 years. That might have been like 6 years ago. I was president of a tip. Right. Okay, that was good, but again, I think the structure, it was a great starting point, and I was a president. I took that next to another franchise I started, UTA, Hurricane Hub, which brought me to having my own thing, which has always been my dream. So that's where we are today. Right. And we're going on like 2 years of the Hurricane Hub, my own franchise. And it's called the Hurricane Hub. And we meet every 2 weeks. That's my logo. Again, obviously branding is very important to me. I mean, every 2 weeks for lunch. So it's a little bit different, like I said, than that whole morning thing.
Right.
And it's once every 2 weeks. So it's not like, you can't network all the, you need time for business.
Right.
And it's great. We do lunch and it's great. It's at the Cornerstone in Hillsdale. If you're interested, hit me up. We have categories open. Right. But I also do bigger events too. I'm having a big holiday event. I had a huge spring fling at the Fiat House, a penthouse in Fort Lee. This was giveaways, spirits, food. And I had hundreds of Bergen County professionals and beyond networking. And to this day, that was in March, I still hear people saying that they're getting business from my event. So it's really, but with my hub, I have my, people that come weekly, but it's also a whole big family.
So you speak of it. If you're not part of it, you need to be part of the Hurricane Hub, right?
In some way, right? Let's connect and see how we can help each other. I do that every single day.
I think today, we do have social platforms, and you've answered some of those questions when it comes to your branding.
That's very
and
important to
marketing.
me too,
That's very
of course.
important, right? Now I'll tap in a little bit about, with the hub, it also, those who are not on social platform, it helps recognize that professional, what they can do, and lean into some of the values that others are looking for when it comes to whether it be real estate, right? In this hub, you have real estate, you have taxes. You have an accountant, right? You have a financial advisor, you have a lender, you have other partners. So I feel like that means plenty in today's world because of the fact that some of us are not seeing each other as much anymore, right? Technically we're virtually, but having these meetings, it does help certify the relationship. Hey, if you need to lean on this is where you can be at the Hurricane Hub.
Well,
right?
here's the thing
that's a lot of value.
For me as a realtor, I'm a one-stop shop. Like my clients, every situation, I have one of my listings. Every time I turn, I need a exterminator, a landscaper, a painter, and my client knows, my seller knows that she knows it's a one-stop shop. The Hurricane's got it covered, and I got her covered every step of the way. Whatever the needs of my buyers, sellers, renters, landlords, I got it covered.
Looking for insurance to insure your home or automobile? Please contact Alexia at Allstate, located in New Providence, New Jersey, servicing clients in the state of New Jersey. So let me ask you a question. How do you balance your personal life and hurricane life?
It's all become one, actually.
Okay.
No, it's become one.
It's become one.
But
go into that a little bit.
Thank God I have wonderful friends. I have a wonderful family, but I don't separate. Like probably maybe I should. Like I think it's become one big lop. I'm the hurricane all the time.
Okay.
I can't shut it off. I guess it's a good thing, and our strengths are our weaknesses, I guess.
Right. And so in this hub too, you also talk about you also do training classes, right? Can you talk about that a little bit?
There's many times I've worked with other agents, and just different people. They're like, how do you do that? How did you build your brand? Oh my God, how do you have that type of business? And I give tips all the time. I'm happy to train. I have an assistant right now that I'm training. We're going through a program where he's learning from me exclusively. I have interns. And one of the things we have set up for next year as we're planning our marketing strategies for 2026 is something that people have been asking me for. When can we actually get I've sat down to lunch with an agent I had to deal with, and we did some strategizing, and I've helped them here and there. But I want to be able to offer classes, and that's what we're working on right now. Actually, it is something. We're figuring out the structure, if it's going to be like a 6 weeks, tune in every Wednesday at 8, and maybe it'll be a 6-week course, and each week will be a different topic, appraisals, consistency, whatever. That's still TBD.
Okay, that's cool. So you got all the tools in the toolbox, right? How come not think about being part of your team or learning from your team, right? That's commendable. Let me ask you this question. Looking for a real estate lawyer servicing all real estate need? Please contact John Georgie, servicing the state of New Jersey. How are you dealing with, at times there's turbulence in the world of real estate. How are you dealing with some of those stormy situations when it comes to
No problem.
No problem.
You cannot you cannot be successful if you cannot grow. My daughter said it back to me. She gives me back my stuff. You have to be uncomfortable to grow, to get to the next level. You have to be.
Right. So to be comfortable, you have to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Right.
Or it's never enough, but that's whatever.
Right.
But every deal, it's up. I mean, just yesterday I was dealing with a situation. We wanted to make, I'm on the buy side of a 2-family. We weren't sure. All of a sudden, something says it's a 1-family, something says it's a 2. Within a matter of minutes, it's like you have to figure out situations and get to the bottom of it and come with solutions. And there's always women you're this high, women you're this low, but you always come up with this. There's always a solution. Right. There's always a solution. So
I guess to my point was the solution is that you solve the solution.
Yeah, it's not that it's a problem. It's okay. This is what we're dealing with now. Well, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then we're going to get to the next step, and then we'll cross that every single time. I learn every second of the day.
Right.
And that makes me a stronger agent.
The more you get into situations and the quicker
I work with that's the other thing.
Right.
I once had one of my current broker, Becky. Hi, Becky. She'll love her. But my other, she once said to me, it was Denise. She was awesome too. She's like, you deal with I've been doing this 17 years. I've been doing this at that time, a couple of years. I feel like you've met so many different types of people, been in so many different situations in such a short amount of time, because I deal with so many different types of people. And so many, I'm volume. And also, but not just volume. Also, I do a very good job for every single one. I have hundreds of 5-star reviews.
Right.
So obviously, I'm not taking on what I can't handle. But to me, it's just, okay, if as long as I can handle it, I will work with you. Right. Be it a $2,000 apartment, be it a $800,000 sale, a $2 million buy.
Right. You do it all.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What would you tell the Heather 12, 13 years ago, starting out real estate? What would you tell that Heather? If you're looking for a title company that's easy and no headaches at closing, please contact Allan, Chief of Staff at Simplicity Title. They're covering the state of New Jersey.
First of all, I probably would have invested in real estate sooner.
Right. Yeah,
I would have never.
You need to say that louder, because sometimes people think like it's going to come back around. Like
Number one, I would have invested in real estate sooner. I mean, I bought my house when I was pregnant with my second child. We were married. It was the good, totally normal time to buy a home.
Right.
But I'm just saying, maybe back then, if I knew what I knew, I would have gotten a multifamily, or maybe I wouldn't have rented first and first had done my first investment younger, not waited till I was married. Did it when I was in my 20s. Like, I didn't know back then. I was living in the city in an apartment thinking I'm paying rent. Back then, I would have invested sooner.
That's what you would tell everybody.
For sure, hands down.
Right. It's important, right? Because again,
that's how I'm raising my kid. I mean, that's what I'm telling my kids, but not to take away from renters. It's very, very important part of our, people rent. It's something for everyone. Me personally, I wish I did that. But some people choose to rent their whole life. That's great. I help them too. Right. Then there's landlords that this is how they, getting their getting some extra cash in, or maybe that's what they do for a living. But
the reason I pose that question is because of the fact that sometimes those who are I'm going to say comfortable, who are in a position to move forward with taking that risk, sometimes they're hesitant because of some of the responsibilities that it comes with.
Don't be.
That part, right? But then also the fact is that there's a lot of noise out there, right? When it comes to real estate, because there's clickbaits, there's some who's been taken advantage of, and then so some people come across as like, I'm not sure. How do I do it? What do I need to do? And you answering the question the way you did makes that one person out there feel like, okay, you know what? Jimmy and Hurricane had this conversation. Maybe I want to go ahead and, take it to the next level. And of course, call you on investment property
anytime
if they find one of those, right? So Heather, when prior to real estate,
I just want to say, I tell even people at my hub, they're always like, how can I get you a lead, or how can I'm just like, if you hear anything, don't try to answer. Like, just someone just any question that's related in any way, just have them call me. We'll just have a conversation, you know?
Right. So look, your energy is amazing. Does it ever calm down?
No. No.
I knew the answer to that one. I just wanted the world to know how you gets down, right? So you're just on 10 all day. And this is what drives your business.
Apparently.
You're doing well. You're closing units.
80, I'm averaging like 80 units a year, 20 million a year.
80 units a year, 20 minutes a year. Okay,
I want more. Like I said, I have an assistant this year, but you know, I strive myself on being an individual agent. Like all these, like there are teams out there that don't even have these numbers. So like I'm really excited about that, and I want to grow, but I still don't want to lose the hurricane, and that my people get me. So I have an awesome assistant, and now he's getting his license, so we're gonna try to help each other too.
So there's no avatar. This is all you.
Yeah, I have a web gal. She's amazing. I have a guy in Guatemala that posts on all the Facebook pages for me.
Right. Okay.
I have some help, but I do a lot myself.
Right. So you, when it comes to signing the agreement, going to closing, you're there. That's important, right?
Today, I told you today I was there with the big balloons, and then I had a basket too at the closing right after.
So
I was up all night making sure that everything was right for her till 2 in the morning.
I have a confession. She's the only professional I know, Heather the Hurricane, that when you go to an open house, she still has that big balloon hanging out, and like
what do you mean still? Not a lot of people have that.
Right.
You mean have it?
Have it. Excuse me, but still right.
Do the right
have
word.
it. I'm using the words are there.
It's a big giant Remax balloon, but and it's too small, right? No, it's gigantic.
It's big enough.
And it's gigantic.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about this. I do a lot of events.
Right.
I just did the Oradell Day in my town. I got a lead. We're now closing on it, $900,000 2-family home.
Oh, check
from meeting somebody at Oradell Day. But that's the other thing. I pride myself on having conversations with people. I'm not just at the event just handing things out and that's it.
Right.
It's about having conversations are gold. I say that all the time.
All the time, right?
Also, back to the branding. My booth is beautiful. It's branded. It's professional. And I've done a lot of shows in the past, but I feel like I'm getting much better results now that I have that extra piece. But it took I invested in it when I found I was ready.
Right.
It's all
coming together now, right?
It built. Right.
And
it's not an accident that I'm here today.
No, well.
It was a lot of hard work.
The testament of consistency builds value.
Consistency is key.
Right. You do it ongoingly. You have conversations with your neighbors. You have conversations within the hub, the Hurricane Hub. You have conversations at the Apple store, right?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, now my car is branded too. So, but even before that, I stop people on the street every single day.
Right.
I've been featured in magazines. I've been, all of it.
So I guess when the world opens up, whether it be a phone or a magazine or driving through towns of Oradell or neighboring towns, they know who Heather the Hurricane is, right?
Yeah.
So that said, I know I was watching some of your previous things in the beginning on your social platform. You were a comedian at one point, right?
Say it again.
You were a comedian at one point, right? I
dabbled in it.
You dabbled in it. How long did
I have a manager, and my kids and I do. I'm very good on camera, so I've done things here and there, and I'm also very good on camera, and I use all that in my videos. Okay. So they're everywhere. People follow them. The comedy, I've been featured. I've been at Caroline's. I've done dinner and a show. Right. I've hosted real estate events. Most recently, I emceed a couple of real estate events, so I still keep it in there. Absolutely.
Right. So every now and then, you don't mind dabbling a little bit with the, going on.
I've been asked to. Yep.
Okay. How fun is that sometimes?
It's great, and I am really funny. It's just that I bombed once because I don't have the time to focus on it. I was really good. I had people coming from all over. Right. Dinner and a show, packing it. Right. And then I had one bad show, and I was like, oh. But then I brought it back with real estate, and it's been great. Right. But I'll do it as I see fit. Like I said, with real estate, because real estate is my main
Real estate
thing.
Is everything for you.
Yeah. But then the other stuff peppers in too. I'm also a Girl Scout leader. So that's part of my community. Okay. I'm vice president of the Lions Club. We just ran a whole big pasta dinner, and we raised thousands of dollars for a local family in need.
Right.
So I've been written up about a lot of stuff about how I give back. It's very important to me. So it all is part of me as well. So absolutely. I still love when I go up there, I'm like, oh my God, I love this. You can find my stuff online, Carol. But most recently, like I said, I emceed a real estate event. That was awesome. Do it again. I'm very good at emceeing if anyone out there needs someone, by the way.
Contact Heather the Hurricane, right? So Heather, I mean, we know you live, breathe, everything real estate. But when you're not doing that, what does a downtime look like for you?
Well, there's no downtime.
Well,
I'm very close. Like I said, very close with both my kids.
Right.
And my husband,
you still
my
go to the games. You still do.
Well,
all
they're
that?
past.
Right.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. My cheer. Cece still does cheer. So
right. I remember you and I had this conversation. I'm like, wait, they're not 25 yet.
19 and 16.
Right. So you still have a little bit.
We're very close.
Right.
Very close. My best friends and my husband as well, and wonderful friends always and family. But yeah, it's just like. But the kids also like. I have three interns every semester now because all the kids want to be part of it too.
Wow. Okay. That's
within the community again.
That speaks a lot, right? Because you don't want to be part of something if you don't see the results.
It's kind of cool.
Right? And
so even when I'm like at my daughter's game, they're like, "Oh, your mom," So it's kind of cool. But of course, we're
they
there.
See the branded car, right? Your mom branded car.
They all want to ride in it. I drive the kids around even without her. I'll help out the kids.
Okay.
They'll call me for a ride.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're in touch with the community that much?
Very much so.
Wow.
I used to run a big. I was going to do it this year, but I had to push it off because now I find my networking events are what works best for me.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, I've done Halloween for adults. We sold tickets. Hundreds of the whole community came. Very, very, very involved with the community. Yep, right. Absolutely.
So prior to moving to New Jersey, you're from New York, right? So am I. And you're from Fivetown, Long Island, right? Yep. And I'm from Brooklyn. And
my husband's from the Bronx, yeah.
Your husband's from the Bronx.
We got married in Botanical Gardens.
So what made you find New Jersey?
No, I'm actually, okay. Number one, when we moved here, we were both commuting into the city. Bergen County is not a bad commute. I never thought I'd be selling real estate in New Jersey. I was always a city gal. I lived in the city for years. I went to FIT. Right. I was a buyer for Century 21's department store. I lived, I'm a city gal. But where we are in New Jersey, you're very close. You have the best of both worlds.
Right.
I could walk to a bus. I could walk to the train. I could drive in. I love where I am in Bergen County, but that's how it is. Lots of parts of that's how Jersey really is overall.
So working in the city led you to move into Bergen County?
We knew we wanted to own a home. I was in Long Island. He was in the Bronx. I lived in the city for years. It was going to be one of these areas. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually really glad we ended up in New Jersey. It was a friend's, through my industry, actually his son's home. And I heard great things about our town. And I'm actually so happy because I grew up in Long Island, yes. But I love our towns. They each have their own charm.
Right.
And they have great for family, great for everything. Like I said, it's just a quick commute and they're great. Each of them have their own feel. I like it. I'm glad we did it. But I cannot believe that I never would have, when I moved here, if you told me I was going to be in marketing and fashion in the end, I did that for many, many, many years, over 20 years. But that brought the hurricane to, I've always been an amazing salesperson. But never did I think I'd be selling homes. But that's what it was meant to be. All the marketing, all the fashion over the years was to have the hurricane and helping the community to help in people making the biggest decisions of their life. The hurricane was meant to do that. Well, that's what it was all. That's amazing. That's really what it was all meant to be.
Clearly, right? You taking all facets of your experiences led you to doing the numbers you're doing today, right? And to go further, you're also, when you're not doing real estate, you're helping others in the hub grow their business because of the things you went through and what led you to have a platform to now be the voice of reason when it comes to a lot of real estate stuff, of course, but outside of real estate, different things that are going on within neighboring towns, in your direct town, within the community, like you mentioned, Lions Club and all that stuff. Like this stuff is not easy, right? Because it's easy because you're doing it, right? But I'm sure a lot of what you've done, because you've attributed to that growth. Now it's like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can answer the phone, I can be at this close, and I can manage this, I can do this with the kids, I can finish this up, you're just all over the place. But that takes a lot of time. But because you're numb to it now, you're just like, I got this, I got my calendar.
I've always been that way, though.
Have you?
Even before kid, like it was just an extra. And
so you were a hurricane before the hurricane?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
wow.
but it was meant to be now like this.
Right.
Everything grew.
When some see your energy, do they feel sometimes it's too much, or do they feel like, why can't
Mostly
I be like
people are like, oh my God, you know how you said I love your energy?
Right.
People say that to me at least 50 times a day.
Right.
All day.
Okay.
People say that to me.
Right. And so you're not injecting anything. You just wake up and like,
people
this
say it
is
to me
boom,
all the
boom, boom, let's
time.
go, let's
I'm like,
go.
oh, thank you.
Right. Well, if you're always talking about real estate, I'm sure.
But even just I'm like, whatever it is,
right.
Introducing myself, whatever,
right.
Wherever we are.
Love it. So Heather, if many are looking for you, where can they find you?
Oh my God, everywhere. TikTok, like I said, Facebook, my website, Heather the Hurricane, smoke signals. You could WhatsApp me. What's that new thing? That Twister thing, that new thing? Threads.
That's Twisted.
Everything. X used to be Twitter. I'm on that thing.
Right. You're everywhere, right?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
I love it.
Every single one. Zillow, realtor.com, homes.com, which is also HomeSnap. I have an account on, literally, just Google me.
Just type in Heather the Hurricane, you come up.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, Heather, thank you so much for coming on Let's Talk About It. I appreciate you taking the time out of your hurricane world.
Yeah, I had a closing today. Now I have to. I have so much to do after I leave here. I'm supposed to be with the community. Like there's a holiday party, and then my daughter was looking for me, but I'll be working all night too.
Yeah,
plenty to do.
Your passion.
It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah, let's go. Right, 8 more weeks left, right?
January, April, May, July, August, October, November, December. We have
8 weeks left. Yeah, so this episode will come out in November.
Mm-hmm.
And by then we'll have about a month left. But at that point, the holidays will be around us. But
I'm having a holiday event,
right?
The Hub, and I have a few things planned. Like I have a little massage person there because I know it's this hectic time of year. Mm-hmm. I have a very cool gal that does. She's a coach, like a life coach. Mm-hmm. So I asked her to speak about like quick tips on how to get through the holiday season and get through fourth quarter, right. Standing. So I try to use my resources to share with everyone, and we're all in this together.
I love it. For those, if you want to know more about Let's Talk About It, just type in your search engine, Let's Talk About by Jimmy Mortgage, and I'll pop up. And I'm also on your favorite streaming platform, Apple, Spotify. Again, just name it, Jimmy Mortgage. Let's Talk About It. I'm going to be there. And of course, I am your favorite lender. Again, thank you so much, Heather, for coming on Let's Talk About It. Let me be careful. Thank you, Hurricane, for coming on Let's Talk About It.
This is good one. Thank you, Jim.
I appreciate your time.
Okay, bye.
Hey, listeners, are you looking to improve your home comfort and save on your energy bills? Let's talk about Seal Power. They've been awarded Energy Star Sustained Excellence Award, seen on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and World News. Seal Power is dedicated to keeping your home cozy while saving money. Check out their website for tips and incentives and more at CIELPOWER.com. Stay comfortable and save with Seal Power, where comfort meets efficiency. Follow them on Instagram for updates and more, and Let's Talk About It as well. Thank you.